mean, like I said, I think that over the course of the season, you know, again, I'll say it, like, just keep adding to that. You know, we lost, you know, we made a trade to acquire Cabrera, and we lost a big piece to me of like somebody who was going to get significant at bats. So, you know, there's plenty of room to go around. There's a name that we're not. You've identified kind of like 9 or 10 guys right now. There's names we haven't said that are going to get a lot of plate appearances this year, and so I think we've got kind of maybe one extra regular, but I think building on that still is still important.
Is it up to you to call a guy like Shaw when you sign a third baseman?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Matt. I think Matt's going to see time in the outfield. I think that's what we're looking at, and we've talked about that. I've talked about that with Matt. I think that's going to be part of spring training.
How much is his ability to move to third base? I mean, he hadn't played third base much before last year and turned into a Gold Glove caliber player. How much does that give you confidence that you can move him around and he'll still be?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, you know, I have a lot of confidence that he's I think his transition to third, you're right, showed that he can do it. Now, this is the outfield. I think moving an infielder from to the outfield is a little easier than the other way around. I think Matt's shown that he's a very good athlete. And I think Jed made the case or made the point in Alex's press conference of Chris Bryant did this, Javi Baez did this, and so we're not making something up out of thin air here. You know, this is something that some talented players have been able to do, and certainly have a lot of confidence in Matt to do it.
What excites you about Marcus? I'm talking to you since you guys got out of Bregman. What was your reaction? What does he bring to the team?
Yeah, of course, super excited. You know, he's. You know, I think it just brought excitement as much as anything. There's just juice and energy, and I think every team wants that and looks forward to that. He's a great player. He's been a great player for a long bit in this league. He's a proven winner. I think, you know, when you watch the press conference, you know, just the number of times he said winning, I think is a pretty good example of kind of what he's about. It's at the forefront of who he is and what he cares about, and that's always, you know, welcome in the Cubs organization. We're excited to have that.
If you go to camp and stay with this group of members, how do you manage having, you know, all those guys? And
yeah, I don't think we have enough guys yet. If you think there's too many, I don't know what you're looking at. Really.
What do you need?
We need more. I mean, there's depth that, like, we're now protecting a lot against what can happen, but I think that's an important part of building a roster and building a team. We were fortunate last year. Not much happened, right? We were. You know, we had the big Justin Steele injury, which was obviously significant, but we were pretty fortunate last year. So my case is that we don't have enough.
From a leadership and chemistry standpoint, how do you think Alex improves that in the clubhouse?
Look, I think it's something it's a strength for him. I think we were pretty good at that last year. I think we had a good group. I think they played to their potential. I think he's a good player. I think that helps as much as anything. But you can never have too many good people and good leaders.